Hi guys, it's Elizabeth here again, and it's my pleasure having you back today on our presentation. I hope you were able to learn one or two from our previous presentation, and a very big thank you to everyone who dropped one or two of their opinion in our comment section. We appreciate you. So today we're going to be talking about confidentiality in translation, what you need to know. So translation often involves sensitive information. Maintaining confidentiality ensures trust, legal compliance, and ethical integrity in this crucial work. You see, it is very, very important. At Novatia Translation, we strongly believe in confidentiality. We don't leak out our client's details to any third party. No, we don't do that. So let us go deep into what you need to know about confidentiality in translation. The first thing you need to know is the translator's duty of confidentiality. So the translator's duty of confidentiality, number one is the contractual obligation. Non-disclosure agreements and confidentiality clauses binds translator legally. This is very, very common amongst translators. So any translator should have this confidentiality feature in them. Even if it is a company, you don't have the right to leak your client's details to any third party. Then number two is the legal framework, which includes the GDPR, the trade secrets laws, and the attorney client privilege protection. So for the ethical standards, we have the professional codes like ACA guide, confidentiality responsibility. So it is the translator's duty to be confidential. You don't have to always leak your client's details as a translator. It is very, very wrong. So if you have a translator that does not keep your details to themselves or release your details to third party, I advise you do away with such translator or any translation company that does that. So let's dive into the next one. Then we have the types of confidential documents. We have it into four segments. We have in the legal, we have in the financial, we have the medical, and we have the technical and marketing. So for legal, we have the contracts, we have the patents, and we have the litigation papers. Then for the financials, we have the balance sheet, we have the tax returns, and we also have the audit reports. Then for the medicals, we have the patient files, we have the clinical trials, and for the technical and marketing, we have the engineering spec and product launch plans. All of these listed documents are confidential. So when these documents get to a translator, it is meant to be confidential. You don't have to leak such details out to anybody. Risk of breaching confidentiality. When you breach confidentiality, there's a consequence to that. Number one is the legal consequence. You can be sued as a translator when you leak your client's details, which includes lawsuits, steep fines, and regulatory penalties. Number two is reputational harms. When you do that, as a brand, as a translator, nobody's going to refer you, or nobody would have the confidence to actually talk about you. They will be like, this person did such thing to me when I went to them for their service. They leaked my details, they did this, they did that, which is not good for you as a translator or as a translating company. So this reputational harm can cause loss of clients and damaging negative publicity. It's not going to be okay for you. Then number three is the security threats. Data leak and theft of intellectual property can occur. Yes, anybody can steal these details that has been leaked out by any translator or any translation company. It can lead to data leak and theft of intellectual property, which the owner of this intellectual property or data wouldn't like. So the number four is the financial impact, competitive disadvantage, and market share decline risks. So it is very, very important to make sure that your client's details are as confidential as possible. So the best practices for maintaining confidentiality. Number one is to secure communication. Use encrypted emails and secure file transfer only. Number two is data encryption. Protect sensitive data both at rest and in transit. Make sure to always use data encryption. Then access controls. Limit your data access to authorized personnel exclusively. Make sure to always limit your data access to authorized personnel exclusively. Then number 4 is to train your employee training. Ongoing awareness of confidentiality policies is very important. If you are a translation company and you are hiring staff, make sure to always put them through this training of confidentiality. Let them know that it is one of the policies that is very essential to keep the company going. Technology and confidentiality. Number 1, machine translation (NT) raise concerns on data privacy and security risks. This is reason why you shouldn't use machine translation all the time. When you are using AI, you're using Google Translate, you are imputing all of your details onto this platform. It raises concern on your data privacy and security is at risk. Then CAT tools, your translation memories must be stored and managed securely. Then for cloud platforms, always evaluate the security and compliance before you use them. Then your data anonymization, your techniques help to protect sensitive details in documents. Then for case studies, we have real world examples. It's legal breach, unauthorized disclosure of court documents cost lawsuits. This is real world example. This is what happened in real life. So leaking and unauthorized disclosure of court documents cost lawsuits. It can be to a translator as an individual, and it can be to a translation company. Number 2 is the medical data leak. Patient record exposed, leading to regulatory fines. It is very delicate to do so. And then for the number 3, which is the technical leak, engineers spec leaked, resulting into patent issues. So you have to be very careful when you are dealing with client documents as a translator or as a translating company. So this brings us to the conclusion. Protecting confidential information, it is very important. Number 1 is the paramount importance. Confidentiality is a core responsibility in translation. It cannot it is very core, like it is important. It is a core responsibility in translation, and any translator or any translation company that does not have this in them is not worth dealing with. Then number 2 is the proactive measures. Make sure to use technology, policies and training to minimize risks. Then number 3 is the ongoing commitment. Stay vigilant and continuously improve security practices. Yes, and make sure to put your employees in place. Train them about the importance of confidentiality to avoid putting you and your company at risk, or to avoid putting you as an individual translator at risk. And this brings us to the end of our presentation, which is all about confidentiality. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell us 1 or 2 of your opinion you must have encountered about confidentiality, and turn on your notification button so you will be the next person to get notified when we upload our next video. Bye, and see you in our next video.